Hello and welcome to our very first look at Farthest Frontier. Very first look. We played the demo for this, or the very early access build for this a while back. Checked it out. It was a beautiful game, a great city builder with a lot of Anno-style mechanics. It gets very complex, but today it just launched into 1.0, so we're going to dive into it for an hour or so and see how we feel about it. See if we want to do some longer runs of this game and dive in with a brand new settlement. I mean, let's play Trailblazer, it seems like. I like the idea of hostile forces and healthcare actually existing. We'll have the city of Zantasia. Our terrain will be arid highlands, alpine valleys, random, lowland lakes, plains. I like the sound of Lowland Lakes. I'm from Canada, and that kind of feels like the vibe we got going on. And let's just play on a medium map. Let's not get too complicated into it. Maladies, wildlife, resources. There's your map seed for anyone who wants to also get my same map. And we'll dive right in. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Life can be harsh everywhere.
Truth.
But in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown.
Now we should colonize a new world and kill everybody over there.
Their walls, and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave. That we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way.
Very cool game. Playing it on beta before some months. Yeah, it's been out for a while in early access.
As the masters of our own destiny.
So I'm quite excited to see sort of how it's grown. I don't remember a lot about the early look, other than it showed great promise. Crude weapons sold by merchants are better than nothing when you're starting out. So it's not just a city builder. I guess we have a bit of defense, because obviously we get attacked by bandits. And we have to deal with medieval COVID. It's a tough time for everybody. Need some wide male feet to slobber on? October is going very, very well. It has been a crazy month for new games. It's just been absolutely nonstop. You've finished scouting the surrounding area. Survey the land your villagers have explored and choose a promising site to construct the town center. It's important to choose a location that's near resources you'll need. Clay, iron ore, and FUD. Well, we have some nice lakes, which look like they might have fishing on them. Some clay up here. Those are wolves. These maybe are eggs. Clay. Ooh, this looks kind of nice down here. I see like wheat, some sort of. What do we got? Wheat. We got like kohlrabi. Not a lot of minerals in range. A lot of minerals up here. I like how they have these like different scales up in the corner, so you can kind of decide what you want. Obviously a lot of woods up here, which is nice. How big is this map? Wow, that's quite the lake. That's a reasonable size. Kind of feels like here might be the best area for us. Like right in about here. It's a little of everything. We got 50% fertility. Doesn't seem too bad. We got water bonus. We're surrounded by trees. Not much in the way of hunting and fishing. I guess that's the problem. But I'm not seeing things that are like a much above, you know, 60% fertility is kind of like as high as we start getting when we get down here. And then there's no minerals. So let's, yeah. Let's go right there. Boom. Don't think reeds count as that, as weeds, but what do I know? I mean, it's just a bit hard to see what they are. Use the harvest button to mark things for harvesting. Use for housing shortage. Yeah, I guess let's get starting with that. So, do we have a bit of a... There's not enough housing available for the number of villagers. Build more shelters. Prevent them from exposure. Building menus. Oh, yeah. Look at all these options. Town center found in amenities and services. Oh, we have to actually build the town center first. Is it possible to like scale up this UI a little bit? Yeah. Maybe I'm an old man. Or maybe I'm just playing on too high a resolution. That feels a bit better. I like that that's an easy option. Villager professions. Lots of options. Resources and storage. Lots of resources. Crop summary. Yes. This game has really complicated like farm rotation. And a huge tech tree right now. Solid. And achievements. We got clearing, we got managing walls, flattening terrain, dirt roads, and exploration points. Okay. So we have a deep coal deposit. These are sand pits up here. Iron ore. A lot of hawthorn and hazelnut. Birds' nests out that way. Hazelnuts, hawthorn, and we got greens down here along with some clay. So, yeah. We got sand, we got clay, we got iron or coal. Deep coal at that. Get our little town up and running. Probably prioritize this bad boy and see how it goes. What is the town center made of? I'm assuming like just logs, right? Yeah, 16 logs it looks like. Combat settings, mini-map, overlay controls, military banners. Interesting to see that there is like a fairly complex military available in this game, because you don't see that in a lot of city builders. Alright, these homies are cutting down trees, but they're not doing much to clear this space yet. There we go. I love how granular this scaffolding is. It's nice when things actually look like they're being built. You've constructed the town center. You can now build graveyards and shrines. I think I would rather maybe just build some houses. Everywhere is fairly undesirable. And it looks like tab is rotate. Okay. Firewood is a critical resource of your settlement's continued survival. Stockpiling enough firewood ahead of winter will ensure the villagers have warm shelter to return to in the cold months. Firewood splitters turn logs into firewood. A steady supply of logs ensure that your splitters are working efficiently and producing a sufficient stockpile. Shelters that do not have firewood will leave their inhabitants at the mercy of the elements. Very good. In large town, villagers will need to travel long distance in the cold to reach firewood, which could result in exposure deaths. You could use markets to help alleviate that. How are we on roads? Are like... Oh, you can build curved roads. I am a big fan of that. So I kind of want to just like build some nice roads down to these greens. And have this where we start building houses. Thinking about it as being like, well, there should probably be some farmers down here. This is probably good farming land. So we can also build, what, stockyards, hunter cabins, forager shacks, fishing shacks, crop fields, smokehouses, basic wells, and firewood splitters. Well, I figure most of the wooding is probably going to happen up here. So maybe a firewood splitter just poking its nose in right about there. Yes, housing shortage. Halfpine, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Left at the change to shower and switch computers. Nice. This building has no firewood. Desirability is a measure of how appealing an area is to live in. As such, the mechanic only impacts shelters. High desirability is a prerequisite for shelters to upgrade to higher tiers. Higher tier homes generate better tax revenue, have better occupancy, and are required for the town center upgrades. This is very desirable. When selecting a building for placement, you can see what its impact is like based on the chevrons next to its name. Green chevron is good, red chevron is bad, yellow chevron is neutral. Okay. Don't make it too bad a town, or else people won't want to live there. 4, 8, 12. So that's actually enough houses for us right now. I'm going to let them just like focus on the things that seem to matter. They got lots going on. So your resources, there's also defense, lookout towers, fences, dirt roads, and decorations. Birch trees, juniper bushes, shrubs, plazas. Ooh. Small plazas can be placed under roads. I love some good decorations. I suppose a forager shack would be one of our best options for food right now. No shortage of stuff up here they can grab. It's gonna be nice to see, like, as they slowly start clearing out the trees. I want to try to keep a lot of the trees in place, because I feel like that would be nice. Maybe I should have built my town center down here, but the way I look at it is like nice forested district, farming district, and then sort of like some industrial mining stuff on this side. So I guess like these trees are where I really got to go. Is this frontier really the farthest? It's a pretty far frontier. It's hard to say if it is the farthest, but it's definitely got some distance on it. You see horizon everywhere you look. It's a reasonably far frontier. Yeah, housing shortage. We're working on it. Probably prioritize that shelter. And we'll kick up the speed a little bit till we get things going. Now everyone will have a house. Starting to see some firewood lugging around. Some nice roads. Boom. Everything is perfect. Town's never been better. Truly, we are living the dream. Fishing shacks, forager shack, hunter shack, smokehouse. Dries and cures meat and fish. I mean, I feel like getting some early crops out in all this nice 60% land, 70% land over there, but 64% land is pretty good. What are we thinking? Like 5 by 10? Is that an unreasonable amount of farmland for these newfound farmers to get themselves started? They're gonna need food. They've got themselves a home. They're happy. They're super happy. In fact, they couldn't be happier. Nobody's sick. Early summer. Yeah, I definitely want to get this down nice and early then, so that they can actually do some farming. Build a well nearby. More people wish to join our settlement. Amass a 4-month supply of food in 6 houses. Maintaining significant food stocks will help attract more people to the town. Now, I don't have any stone blocks for this well. Well, well, well. Where are we going to get stone blocks? Gonna need some sort of stone blockery. Aha. There's my answer. Oh, they're getting it. There we go. Digging away. Clearing the land for the farms. Couldn't be happier. That's got to change. Cue wolves. There are wolves in this world. We saw a couple of when we got set up. There were some wolves up here in the north. And I do think if we're not careful, they will come give us some guff. Wow, this farm is going to take quite a bit of work. So this also said I need to have 6 houses. Is that where I put that well? Is that really where I want to do that? Well, I suppose. Of course, I've foolishly built you all in an absurd way right now, but that is what I do best. Strange. Some of the road connections are a bit weird. Constructed by building. Now, I guess this storage cart is something we're going to have to get rid of. Logs, stone, and wood plank stick in this storage yard. I mean, that's a big quarry up there. So why don't we tie this like right in here? I like how there's this mixture of like freeform road and regular road. Traditional city builder road, I should say. Hope that counts. We'll have to see. This one's different, saying Final Frontier is saying that there's no other type of places to explore. Which case our current knowledge would say that is correct, as space encompasses everything else. What about negative space? Oh no. Oh, well, this right here, this is the negative space frontier. All right, we got our well up and running. So what do we need for tier 2? 30 villagers, a market, 8 shelters, wood, planks, and stone. Well, shucks. When you put it all that way. Do we have a market? Storehouse. A root cellar. I don't know that we need any of those. Construct 6 shelters in a single settlement. Sheltering. Sawyers cut logs into wood planks. Yeah, so nobody's going to be living up in this area. So I am kind of happy to have this guy. Just kind of be right about there. Up some of these roads under minimum size. I mean, it does just seem like they can walk through buildings. Like they don't necessarily need the road to be in the way. Which at least I certainly can appreciate that. Hawthorn. Hawthorn berries. Cool. I guess everything grows based on different seasons and stuff as well. The farthest left would be the absolute farthest left in that context. You could even have a further left. Same here. There's no frontier further than this. I mean, I guess once you get to like the edge of the ocean, you don't really get any further. I think that would be the furthest frontier you could have. Oh, a little town put get little town put together. I do wonder a little bit about bringing in some like fish down here. You know, like something like. Well, I ain't rightly sure yet, but. Feels like a fishing shack. Fishing area 7. What's a good number? Oh, down here is where the good numbers are. I see. Yeah, 16, 90%. That's minus 10 there. Okay, so the fishing actually has to come down on this little peninsula. So maybe what we'll do is we'll have like a secondary dirt road. And we could build a little fishing shack down here. Now, I'm pretty limited on where I can actually build these guys. That's a 17 right there. And that's a 17 right there. What about on this side? 16s. Technology tree. New villagers have immigrated and knowledge is generated. As your people adapt to their surroundings, they will innovate new discoveries to make their life easier. Invest your newfound knowledge in the technology tree. Improve means of production, unlock new buildings, enhance capabilities of your military. Every discovery becomes harder to achieve than the last, so plan ahead. The town center generates knowledge every month, but further advances will require an academy. Scholars perform research even without supplies, but providing them with a steady supply of paper will speed up their work. Certain structures grant you knowledge immediately, such as schools. They are denoted in this build menu. You can stumble across tomes of knowledge when exploring. All right. Hold on. I want to get this fishing shack set up because I feel like we're on to something here. Fortunately, I don't really think I can realistically do those 17s. I guess I want to know, like, I can't build on this yellow, so you know what? Why don't we just start the road right now? So on the tech tree, wow, we have so many options here. Wood lore, better foraging, trailblazing, venting chambers for smoked meat and smoked fish, sustainable fishing, fertility loss from planted crops, speed of farmers' fields, tax generation, reduced chance of cholera, dysentery, and typhoid, better knowledge generation, defensive barricades, militia, spotters, adjustable shoes, less work to produce shoes, stone cutting, firewood, pottery, linen, and soap, and tree felling speed. I mean, we have this big rock. We also have deep coal. I feel like the fact that we have deep coal is really, really good because those are infinite buildings. But right now, I feel like our biggest issues are probably like firewood splitter can upgrade to firewood splitter workshop. Saw plate can upgrade to saw mill. Like, am I ever gonna not need wood? Tree felling speed just seems like an obvious choice to me. PoE skill tree gonna get envious? Well, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, see, we're like missing logs. We ain't got no logs. Saw pit requires the storehouse and a basic well. Large storage structure used to store all items, and a root cellar. I mean, I could put this like storehouse down here. We'll accept these immigrants. I was thinking about putting the marketplace like here-ish. Build that storehouse. Get us a little bit of action. So we need 30 stone and 60 wood planks. We will make wood planks there. And we are ready for crops. Whoa. Click on any of the 3 crop rotation bars to add or remove crops to plant. Each bar represents 1 year, and farmers will cycle through them sequentially. Fill each bar to create a full crop rotation. Click to remove the selected crop from the rotation. Click to expand the size of the crop field. Requires additional work and may require more farmers. Environment fertility factors. We have a lot of weeds. Impacts how effective compost and crops such as peas and clovers are for improving fertility. Yes, this is what I remember about this game, was that it is insane farming. Here you can adjust the clay sand mixture in the soil for optimal yield. Oh, okay. All right. Click to add crops. Peas, beans, turnips, carrots, flax fiber, wheat, buckwheat, rye, cabbage, leeks, hay, field maintenance, and clover. Reduce weed levels and remove rocks from the fields. I mean, is that not where we are in this year? We're in fall, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to be like planting right now, I don't think. Very frost tolerant and can contribute to soil fertility. Peas are best grown in early spring. Man, I just wish it would tell me like when I should grow them all. Frost tolerant. Don't do well in rocky fields. Fairly frost tolerant, but requires fertile soil. Food yields are good. Leeks have a long growing period and require good soil, but a very high food yield and high frost tolerant. And then clover just like replenishes fertility. I mean, maybe we should like replace one of you with clover? This has made me feel seen. Played it for a bit, not knowing why I was selecting skills, annoying the heck out of it, asking a couple of helpful streamers. Builds are easy, just copy a build. Copying someone's homework doesn't help you get better. Yeah, and that is exactly why I didn't want to play Path of Exile. That is 100% why I did not want to play Path of Exile. All right, well, next year, why don't we plant some beans? Oh, it looks like I'm past everything here. So this is already like clear. This year, this is all we can do is work on the fields. Next year, we could grow some beans. And then like maybe some cabbage. Nitrogen, they improve fertility, right? So these cabbages require fertile soil. Frost tolerant and store well. Turnips grow very quickly and are frost tolerant. Peas are very frost tolerant and can contribute to soil fertility. Best grown in early spring before diseases are most active. Well, maybe actually we should replace those with peas. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we can move this stuff around. Nitrogen fixing plant impacts fertility 1%. Yeah, okay. And then the year after that, we could do like those. See how we feel about it all. We'll give it a shot. Zero shame in taking a build that sounds fun and learning to pilot it. Maybe get some insight into why it works. I guess it's like you do have like some absorption of getting better, but I don't know. To me, it does feel like it's like it doesn't quite get it. So these guys are just going to work on the weeds. 85% weed level. Yeah, we got a lot of weed here. A lot of weed in this garden. More people wish to join. Market stock houses and generate gold based on the number of houses in the work area. Ooh. So are they what? Amenities and services? Markets? Needs a saw pit and a storehouse. Well, buckaroos, I am already working on both of those things. Yeah, I think we're going to have to work this into spring a little bit more until we can actually use it. Something tells me we're going to have to work that a bit more. G, I, and F. Desirability. Water. Fertility. Yeah, we could have a little farm here. And we could have like sort of a town center around a central marketplace. And then we could have more farming over here. This can all be the woods, and this will all be industry. This is going to work perfect. This is a great little spot for this town. I tells ya. So these guys are going to start stocking the saw pit and making planks. We need a market. Once this storehouse is up, we can start building the market, though. Get other people having different tastes and enjoyment. Not hating on them, just not for you. Yep. Complex, yes. And then so complex, you need to grasp so many elements to create anything worthwhile out of it. I've also had a lot of friends play Path of Exile and be like, I didn't follow a guide. I just played what felt fun, and it just kind of flowed. Like, there was a lot of stuff, but I just picked it as I went, and then, you know, I think you can just, like, change your build down the road. So at a certain point, when you eventually say, oh, my build is no longer working because I'm in the end game, at that point, it's like, well, you probably know how the game works, so you don't need to follow a build anymore. Like, you can probably tweak it on your own. Boy, we don't have a lot of food, do we? We have a handful of eggs and some smoked meat. Oh, we have a lot of berries, nuts. Oh, you know what? We're better off than I thought we were. But I do think that a fishing shack is going to make a big difference. If I put one there, yeah, right. It just blocks all that. I guess the thing is like the fishing shacks can't really stack on top of each other anyway, because they'll be fighting for the same locations, which I'm only really just thinking of now. So I probably want like one here and then one here. Well, I mean, it's not like they're going to be fishing in the winter anyway. I'm getting ahead of myself. 4 more logs. Okay, I'm going to keep asking to cut down this stuff. Probably not these big rocks. Where this... Oh, it's the infinite patch of coal. Maybe a handful more of those trees, though. Just in case. Find last map. I'm suddenly dying 13 times this map. What changed? Well, I guess the enemies? Hard to say. Not a massive fan of playing with someone else says it's good. I'm one of those off-meta players. Yeah, no, me too. Me too. I like being stubborn about it. All right, winter is gonna be a bit dark. Months of food in public storage is only 2. I'm pretty concerned about the food situation. I also do think that we're gonna have to please tell me there's an autosave. Hold on, I'm going to do a save. I cannot believe that delete is not delete this section of your field and instead is actually delete the entire farm field. That's nuts. That's an absurd choice. You have that complicated a farming field where you have to move stuff around and delete it, and you have to push the button. You can't just push the delete key. All right, right at the beginning of winter. So you have to push this. If you press delete, it deletes the entire place. So I'm going to try this, I think, instead. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I think probably in this year we could make like fairly frost tolerant, but requires fertile soil. I don't really want frost tolerant in the beginning of the year. Long growing period require good soil, but have high food yield and high frost tolerance. Yeah, that's okay. Goodness gracious. So we'll hit all those trees instead. And we'll pump it up to 3 times speed. All right, I'm good with that. Not enough damage. Increased damage. Die too fast. Increased defense. Enemy with lightning damage keeps striking you. Lightning resist. No, don't understand the issue. What I do understand is the first look at the skill tree can be intimidating. Yep, yep. That's why I think it's just like pick a path and go, right? Then again, I've also never played PoE because I'm like, this looks like too much. This looks like more of a job than a game. Some days you gotta know when to make that decision. All right, let's speed this up. Okay, 3 times is our fastest time. Okay. 500 iron ore. The coal is so sparkly. I don't know why it produces light. I don't think coal does that in real life. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, work areas. Buildings have a work area in order to function. This circle defines where villagers will seek resources in the world. Hunter's cabin work area defines where a hunter will go. Fishing shack defines what fish are... Oh my god, I can just move the fishing shacks? That's incredible. Okay, let's just do that. Work area is centered on the structure, but that's likely not the best setup. Dude, that's super good to know. Oh yeah, so for like different seasons, I could also choose to get different plants. Well, this clearly has like everything in it, so... Do you have blueberries as well there? Great. This is all going to be farmland eventually anyway, so... Just gotta wait for that storehouse to get up and running, and we'll be good. Knowing this about fishing shacks too is incredible, because it means I can just put these fishing shacks like here and here. And then we can have a bunch of fishing that goes on, and that will really... I mean, we have these massive lakes. There's no reason not to use it. I can kind of send like one person here and then one person here. And that should be plenty. Buckets of fish. Now, the market is unlocked. Construct this building to earn knowledge. It takes 50 blanks. Yuck. So this is good. This is kind of where I was thinking about putting it, so... That farmland is... The other good farmland is down that way. Why don't we put it like literally right here? It's so kind of nonsense, but it also will make sense eventually. Year 2. Survive the first winter without losing a villager. Through the town center, you have the means to enact policies. You can fine-tune various aspects of your production, defense, and even happiness. All of them have bonuses and trade-offs. Each policy can be toggled for 12 months. Very good, sir. We'll do a nice little market road like this. And like this. And I'll have a little area here to put in something like probably a well. Or just maybe even some decorations could be nice. So these guys are going to work on the field for a little bit, and then they're going to plant those beans. Villages, resources, villager happiness, military companies, crop summary, technologies, policies. Crop yields are increased by 25%, but fertility reduction is increased. Production shift increased, but chance of injury is higher. Consume less food, but be less happy. More lookout towers, and hunters and guards can use crossbows. If toggled off, crossbows are military only. Oh, excellent. These are already up, my dudes. $19 fishing areas. $17 fishing areas. Perfect. It's all coming along. Spirituality and fulfillment. Monthly cost 4 gold. What do you think, I'm made of gold all of a sudden? So we have a storage depot. We have a stockyard. We have a storehouse. We don't have a storage depot. And we don't have a root cellar. Though I could put one here, and actually that's not the worst spot for that. I do kind of like that a little bit. Because then those farming fields could sort of come in there. And honestly, I do feel like another 5x10 farm here would be smart. You've unlocked technology. Speed of farmer fieldwork. Disease resistance for crops. Let's go fertility loss. Though who knows? Maybe it's all important. Primary reasons for not playing enjoying it can never be addressed, and that's how much there is for a noob. Yeah. Thousands of hours need to be sunk before you understand it all going on. I mean, it's also like, are you playing the game for fun, or are you playing the game for, like, competitive reasons, you know? And this is one thing I often don't get. Because people will be like, oh, I need to play this game this way so I can hyper min-max it. But it's like, well, yeah, actually, you don't have to hyper min-max it. It's not necessary. It's an option. And some people might find that fun. But not necessarily needed. This guy seems to be working really well here. Selected resource in a garden. So if I get a market, then I need 30 villagers, some wood planks, and some stone. All right, all right. I can upgrade this town hall pretty soon. Do you also think that maybe just a flat road down here? Why do you insist on going out like that? That is terrible. Yeah, I think you're just going to straight road for me. And this is more room to build houses. We don't need the houses right now, so I'm not going to, like, panic about them. Planks are going in here. Stone is going in here. Are we harvesting stone? A little bit. Not a lot of it. But not a lot of it. Ambition played a role. I guess I literally wanted to reach the very end game. Yeah, okay. Going for critical hits is useless unless you practically guarantee it. I suppose it depends. Depends on the game, right? Funny how PoE over a decade ago was your entry point to the genre, right? FromSoft games. Yeah, exactly, right? You know, some people are like, I need to beat this game. And then other people are like, you didn't beat that game unless you beat it blindfolded using a DDR pad on a no-hit run. Luxury goods do not just increase the happiness of your villages and fulfill upgrade requirements for your shelters, they also generate tax revenue. Villagers will automatically stock their shelters with available luxury goods, but a market will expedite deliveries, leaving your villagers with more time to perform their other duties. Luxury goods could be stocked within a shelter, depends on its tier, higher tier, better stuff. Papa John's. Technology generated, more research gathered per forage source. I mean, I do have a lot of fishing, so maybe sustainable fishing would be smart. These guys are a little bit low on water, but that's okay. Basic well in a market. Just needs increased desirability. Oh, my market's up. Crops lost due to heat stress. Peas. Oh, they don't have any heat tolerance. What am I doing? A new settler named Charik has arrived. All right, well, you guys just have to add in a couple of seasons of work right now. You got beans going in next year, so why don't we have you maybe do some cabbage. I don't understand what I'm doing with like all of this dead space. You know what? Maybe actually I'm going to knock these guys out and see if I can't stick in something like carrots here at the end. Yeah, let's do that. And then swap these two out. So one will kind of be worked in the early days, and the other one will be like busy in the one's like a spring field, one's a fall field, basically. I say beans here, maybe. We'll work it out. It's all we can do for now. Bigger stick to beat the game. Get excited on the topic, dude? Not at all. That is what I am here for, is to get excited about certain games. I can never blame someone for getting stoked about wanting to play something or talk about a specific game that they're just jazzed on. Frankly, I find that delightful. Constant supply of firewood is needed to keep the smokehouse operational. So we could cure fish with this little fella. He does poo-poo the desirability, though. Incoming travelers wish to immigrate, accept. Come on in, folks. Oh, tanneries. We got a lot of resources now, suddenly. Cures animal hide. We don't really have that. Cobblers. Requires tanned hides. Fletchers allow for hunting. Basket shops allow for better foraging, but requires this stuff down here. And then a compost yard. Collect human and animal waste converted into usable compost. But it's stinky. It's got that big stink. It would be good over here, though. What about this clay? Like, that's what I really want to know about. Defense, lookout tower. Like, we don't have any gold, right? Yeah, we're making very little gold right now, so. These do increase. Some of these do increase desirability. Tall bush, spruce trees, juniper bushes, a small garden. Potentially. Stuff like this could be snuck in. I don't know if that's the right option to be really considering right now. We need 2 more people and we need a ton more planks. So I'm going to put 2 more people on planks. Fit to work. Has tools. Lots of firewood. No brick, no clay. Y'all are fishing your little hearts out. I feel like that's all okay with us right now. Get a couple more trees, maybe that away. Some of them trees, perhaps. I'm a Red Knight Circle, I will have you know. Obviously a sorcerer or an oracle. You dweebs. No, you're lovable dweebs. Don't ever change. Boy. Oh, I see. Okay, different mixtures also. Like, this is not a good place for carrots. Because the soil mixture here is, like, really, really clay-y. It's really good for cabbage. It's okay for beans. It's good for peas. It's good for leeks. Yeah, carrots are a suck-ass choice, though. So let's get rid of these dweebs. Let's get rid of those dweebs and put in those peas. Can I get in 2 sets of... Oh, I could. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll swap out something else there. It'll improve over time. And we got loads of planks and stuff coming in here now. We got technology keep triggering. This requires a turn 2 knowledge center or 9 knowledge invested. I do wonder about like the improved foragers, but it doesn't really seem like it's... You know what? Let's go taxation. Foraging doesn't seem like it can be long-term sustainable, right? Farming is long-term sustainable. Clay pits, somewhat long-term sustainable. Deep mines of coal, long-term sustainable. I actually kind of wonder about, like, is there a job that plants trees? Assume there must be, but... I could make a fletcher to make bows and arrows for defense, but again, it seems a little bit early for that, so. The way the devs intended this to be played is such a weird thing to me. If they didn't intend for me to play it that way, they'd have implemented limitations. Railroading is also very bad for a game, yeah. Are we ready for winter? Yeah, I mean, we have 6 months of food. We got a ton of fish. I think we're ready for winter. Honestly, I'd kind of like to get another crop field in here. Even if it's cut on that corner. Because now I can start thinking about doing things like the smokehouse. Like, I think if I put this down here, it's not really going to affect many houses. Also not using that planks. Ah, we're 2 people off. We're pretty much ready for that to go. Construction halted because it's winter time. Yeah, the compost yard is obviously big stinky poo-poo. Think we can all reasonably understand that. But if I put it back here, it won't affect those houses. Here we go. Let's put it right back there. And then we have the clay deposit here, so we can build like a clay builder. Awesome. Production ratio 0 to 1. Yeah, I mean, I just want you to smoke fish right now. That's kind of you're the fish smoker. I feel like our little place is coming along well here. Somehow I am down to 2 months of food. What happened to all our fish? Did it all go bad because I didn't smoke any of it? I didn't think the spoilage was that high. It certainly didn't seem that high. I could change this road so it was less obnoxious and fit in another house here. Or I could fill this with something fun like shrines and desirability. You are missing fish. Well, it looks like they still fish in the winter, so you never know. Maybe some of that will get smoked. Add as a caveat that they might not have expected the way of playing it. All the debates on TTRPG between rules as written and rules as intended. Yeah, that's a good one. That'll keep you busy. Rules as written versus rules as intended is a whole other beast of a topic. Turnips also are bad for us. Flax is required for linen, also bad for us though. Clovers grow well here. Decently. I guess we could go with leeks. Those are pretty good yields. Those are big yields. Weed level is down. Rockiness is down. Fertility's okay. We'll see how that plays out. And I wonder about, like, if I set an exploration point up here, will someone just, like, go up onto this mountain and look around? Items produced in last year, 40 smoked fish. All right, well. State breakdown, basic needs, working, transferring goods, idle. All right, well, that's a lot more time idle than I would have liked. Lowest fertility and smallest fields. Collecting, empty. Excellent. So now at least human and animal waste is converted into usable compost back here, which will make our fields a little bit better. I mean, our focus definitely right now is on fishing and farming. We're a little fishing and farming village. Picking up a little bit of wood. I guess that stone, some of this, some of these trees could probably be grabbed as well. 49 taxes. All right, I feel like that's better. We're spending a little bit on the compost yard, but that I think pays for itself. And we're not starving. We're still waiting on these like 2 more immigrants to show up, so definitely many ways to play a game that were not included in the devs division. Doesn't mean they're wrong, just probably not intended. Yeah. I mean, people love breaking games as well, right? Like, that's always not how the devs intended. Well, not always, but most of the time it's not how the devs intended.
Need something?
But people will be like, oh, the way I like playing games is by breaking it as much as possible. Finding busted combinations. See, like, basically anything they've ever done with Skyrim. As an example. Oh, lightning! If there's a water source nearby, there is thankfully a basic well right there. A better house couldn't have been hit. What's going on? What happened there? They all got like 1 bucket of water and they were like, that's enough. If 1 bucket of water isn't putting out that fire, then that fire is not going out. What's happening, dudes? Full fire brigade, please. Work buildings for immediate repairs. I assume that they will just... Oh, yeah, they are already working on it. We got another level here. I guess we could speed up farmer field work. It does kind of seem like it's always needed. Reduce weed levels and remove rocks. Okay, so I'm probably doing like way too much of this stuff, but... Oh, I thought you were on year 2 here. Did I? Well, I don't know. Buy food is food, I suppose. Work, work, work. Let's get this one tore up. Next year is work, work, beans, and leeks. So in this one, why don't we say like cabbages? Work. Cabbages work. And then we have work, beans, work. Work, leeks. Beans work. Try that for now. 3 farms. Love it. Good, 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 good. One more person. Let's go. Does it cycle the whole bracket? Yeah, it just seems like year 2 moves to year 1. And it goes like that. I thought it would have been a little bit different from the way it was shown, but... Yeah, it makes sense now that I've seen it. Come on, dudes. We got, like, all these empty homes. We got a lot of food spoiling. Lots of food lost to spoilage over the next 12 months. 3. So I guess that's all, like, the cabbages and stuff. Windmills, bakeries, burns, goat burns, chicken coops, arborists. Fruit trees. I suppose we could build a Fletcher. Really was not on my bingo card, but... that little loop, and then we maybe put the shrine or something right in there. Oh, the shrine is actually kind of big. Also costs 100 gold, so I don't know about that. The lookout tower is something we can afford. Ah, it could actually go right here. It's probably not a bad spot for it. Honestly, we could put another one down here by the sea, though I don't really expect a lot of people are going to be coming up that little peninsula. I guess I'm curious to explore a little bit in all directions, just to see what we can make of the place. Mathematical system, and which one is the 0 number? Oh my god. Don't make me get the mathematicians in here. I'll do it. Then none of us will be happy. We'll all be learning about math. 3 new villagers are born and 3 new villagers have immigrated. That means we can upgrade the town center, baby. I was wondering, like, do villagers ever get born? And really, that just answered it. How come you guys are so slow at making fish? I have 2 fishermen, and the smokehouse is constantly just like, could you bring me more fish? Like, he's idle 70% of the time. Is the problem just that he is super efficient? I think actually it is. I mean, if you got meat, you might as well smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow, we have so many beans. Tier 2 achieved. Knowledge generated. Disease resistance, tree regrowth rate. Well, that seems super important. Barn, chicken coops, goat barns, and hay crops. That seems even more important. Paper press. Capacity for wagons. A healer's home. Ratting dogs. Fill rate for wells. Construction speed. Blacksmith's forge. The foundry. Candle production and mines. I gotta go with Burns. You know? We seem pretty agricultural. Bakers turn flour and water into dough. Do we have access to flour? Or wheat? We have access to hay. Barn requires a trading post. And animal husbandry. Goat barn requires trading post. Goods are stocked and sell with visiting merchants. A school. A festival pole. A rat catcher. And a temple. Oh, this seems like a cute little spot for a trading post right here. Especially if, like, this is the storehouse for the place. So why don't we go with something like that? Some of these roads are bizarre in the way that they have to be built, or in the way that they, like, stay built, I guess. We'll go like here. And then we'll curve a little bit that way. You can kind of curve that way. And you can kind of just connect right there. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. We'll see. I come in, I see maths, I leave. Yeah, guys, knock it off the maths. You're scaring away all the viewers. You're scaring away Portia Cal. No, not the bats. Not the bats. Anything but it. Buildings that store grain and other food items need rat catchers. Well, this is my food storage, so I feel like a rat catcher right here is probably a good spot. 2 new villagers are born. Vault for the town's gold. A wagon shop. Transport goods from mines, pits, and work camps to town storage. That's kind of cool. These guys want a school. Bakery, the burn, the goat burn, the chicken coop, and the herborist. Aha. Cow burn. Chicky coop. Can I also have goats? Oh, I'm building that wrong. I misunderstood them. They have a way in and a way out. So I think they need like pastures behind them. So I'm not 100% clear. How that works. Let's try it like this. And then we'll get a little action with this guy. Just to test it out. Yeah, some physics for you. Oh, you got some physics? Whoa! Use tabs to switch between available traveling merchants. Use transfer gold to move gold in and out of the trading post. Gold must be inside the trading post to buy things. This is so many things. Use transfer items. Click the request to be sold by the merchant at a premium price. Click to maintain current item amount in trading posts. Items are being stocked. Items in town. Items blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, for example, if I have a lot of fish, merchant is selling fish, so he probably doesn't want fish. Relative price indicator. So can I move you like, say like 40 dried fish? I have weapons, I have tools, greens and beans, herbs. I mean, I don't know. Can I trade you this? Can I trade you this? Are these absurd amount of things to bring here? Trading this commodity at an above average price. Torgo's hammer. Oh, there's like legendary items as well. I suppose. Was bored as heck on the train, got home, tormented by maths and game news. Right? I know. Unskills. Please don't pun me, sir. 2 root vegetables lost to spoilage. Unable to do work due to the fact that we got no logs. I got no logs because I've been really hesitant to keep cutting into this forest, but it's starting to feel more and more like I really don't have a choice. I have to harvest all that stone as well. I mean, I could always, I guess, like move woodcutters further out as well. Maintain and harvest fruit trees. So these guys also needed, what, a school, was it? Which will increase desirability. Pretty big radius. Make ourselves a little harborside school. And a temple, which costs 1,200 gold. Oof. No, thank you. I do want to build this shrine, though, so I'm gonna delete this road. Build this shrine. And plug us a nice road across that. And I'm going to fill this little space with decorations. Flag poles, dirt clearings, small park, large park. Ooh. Ooh. These are nice parks. Small corner bench. Yeah. Little plaza here. Oh, it's so expensive. We'll have a little plaza by the market. All right, I have requested 1 million things be built with 1 million gold that I do not have, so I think the building begins. Grudging for suspected math-based puns. Water for the fire. Well, we have a well. You know, the last time there was a fire, we put it out pretty quick. We could put another well, say, down here. It's not the worst. Wouldn't be the worst choice. How about like the storehouse or something, maybe? Or the trading post? I feel like the people are gonna need this more than the other stuff. Villagers stricken with dysentery. Well, they definitely need a well now, that's for sure. All right, ladies, you got it. Building has periodic expenses that could not be paid, so its functions have been halted. Ah. Yes, that's true. I suppose that would be the case, wouldn't it? You guys add hay. I mean, you're gonna need that for food, so. Not the best soil, but we'll make do. All right. Lots and lots to be built. We do have our lookout tower. Increased durability, additional range damage. I guess, like, are there other things we can upgrade? 20 homesteads, a school, a trading post, 200 population. Clay. Well, we certainly can get clay. Soap shop. Renders tallow and herbs into soap. An apiary. A potter building where we shape wet clay. Requires clay. Weaver building. Candle shop. How do we get the clay? Clay pit. Needs a wagon shop found in storage. I mean, you might as well build wagons on the far side of town. Up by the Fletchers, who are making bows. E. coli for everyone, right? Can't recall the joke is objectively bad yet. I've made Agent Oof multiple times. You need to be more specific. I have been known to oof quite a bit. Been known to let out a few oofs every now and then. Work camp can upgrade to forester camp. Let's get tree regrowth speed. What is work camp? Work camps are used to continuously harvest wood and stone. Needs a stockyard and a wagon. A villager has died. It needs a graveyard. No, I bet that's not going to be cheap. Put it here. We'll prioritize it. What are our villagers doing? Out of curiosity. I have 9 laborers, 4 builders. Everyone else is working. Okay, so like jobs are pretty well, feel like they're pretty well laid up. Seems like a decent mixture to me. Town storage, your inventory. Trader's inventory. So what does this guy have? Smoked meat, pelts, hide coat, shoes. He is selling this commodity below average. I see. Okay, so all this stuff that I brought here, he's not actually buying. The greens, the smoked fish. He would buy herbs. And there's another trader who also doesn't want any of those things. I got a feeling they don't really want all those fresh vegetables. I think they're kind of like, this is useless to me. At least that's the impression I'm starting to get. Missing logs, missing logs. All right. What about all those logs? Just trying not to get rid of all these. You know, there's all these nice bird nests in here. I like that we have all these birds. I like our little forest. I guess everything up on this hill, though, can get cut down. And that's, you know, the laborers are good for that kind of stuff. We did pick up more knowledge. So I am actually just going to go with, again, tree regrowth rate. so that I can get that forestry building. Though part of me feels like I should just make, like, I should get wheat so I can make a baker. Dysentery again. What are you guys doing? Getting dysentery. Rather flashy exclamation marks. Yeah, this is driving me a bit nuts. You know, it's just saying like, hey, you're out of this resource and you need this resource right now. And it's like, yeah, I know. I know I need this resource. That's not news to me. I guess that guy's the next priority, probably. Yeah, because he needs storage. I can't even build the school without clay, so... Gotta be turned offable? I mean, not that I'm seeing. Automatic building upgrades enabled. I mean, there are a lot of... Here we go. Yeah, low items. Clothing, food, firewood, tools. Nope. I guess those are for pop-up notifications. I mean, I suppose at a certain point you just like have infinite of these, so. Disease events, yeah. I mean, we have some diseases right now that are a bit of an issue. Ain't no shortage of diseases. The fact that we do have a well now is good, though, because the wells do help deal with stuff like dysentery. Iron, stone, and gold. That wagon shop will be put together. Then we'll have wagons. I guess we need mines to unlock things like iron ore. Wagon shop and a stockyard. I think we have that, right? Stockyard, yeah, okay. So we'll get a lot of stuff unlocked once we have this. Honestly, it's a cute little town. A little bit of dysentery. It's not really that surprising. Pun so bad you wanted to time them out for the rest of the shared chat portion of the stream. Oof. That's a hell of an offense. Are these just hawthorn bushes? Yeah, I don't want you to get rid of those. Another villager has died of dysentery. Thankfully, our graveyard is big enough that we can have 64 people in it. This is kind of interesting. It's almost always the guys down here that die. Also interesting, they almost never have any clean water. Maybe with this new well that will change. I sure hope so. Drought. Your town is experiencing a drought. Drought can stunt the growth of crops, resulting in a decline in the size and quality of the produce. Ooh. I am starting to wonder, like, do we need to be working these fields quite so much as well? And I don't know the answer to that, because I am not a farmer. I guess adding like a little bit to keep weed levels and rock levels low, but I suppose once the farms get going, you can probably, like, pump the brakes a little bit. Aha! Wagon shop! We'll now start producing wagons. Clay pit. Can now start producing clay. And then the potter. Potter. Can work there. The potter also wants water. So who knows? Maybe I should have put that closer or something, but you know what, man? Time's gonna tell. We need so much money. We only make 10 gold a year. We use 5 on the guards, and we use 4 on the compost yard. Well, that's not ideal. But I guess we do at least have one good city guard to keep us safe. The town sheriff. People who have clean water dying of dysentery. Shocking, I say, who don't have clean water, right? Perhaps that tribe's concept of numbers is welcoming new members. Yeah, we actually probably need to build new houses. Tier 2. Shelter, temporary shelter. I'm assuming shelter is better than temporary shelter. I'm gonna go out on a wild limb here.
No, this can't be right.
No? Not correct? Doesn't sound right. I think dysentery just happens. That probably has nothing to do with the water. Defenses are expensive in the game, yeah. Houses also upgrade. True. But you need planks and logs and desirability. I mean, if I can build these shrines and these plazas, desirability will go up quite a bit. Everything costs gold, though. This is the gold ram problem. Everything's costing me gold. You have food, you have herbs, you have firewood. Oh, you produced 120 gold last year, though. Where's all that gold going? Do I need to build this vault? I need iron for that, and I'm going to tell you, I don't have iron. This is kind of cool. You can see, like, these houses nobody really lives in. Or, I don't know, maybe they don't have wood in them or something. Yeah, they all just need desirability upgrades. What takes priority here? The barn? Maybe. A building is on fire. Yeah, we'll sort that out. That won't be so bad. I think the gold icon had a breakdown. I mean, I'm a little curious what the 150 gold coming in here, you know, where that went. Oh, that's my taxes. Sorry, my bad. That's literally what this is. It's reoccurring 10 a month. 120 gold. Villagers need spirituality, shoes, and clothing. No. You can't have all those things. Pick one. Oh, can I build the work camp now? Continually harvest wood and stone. Laborers assigned to the camp will deposit materials at the work camp where a wagon can collect it and haul it to town much more efficiently. Temporary shelters built near a remote work site can further increase efficiency. Oh. That's pretty cool. Salvage site. What does that mean? Cool. Some 52, 42. All right. So I could put like a work camp here and they would just start clearing out all of this stuff automatically. And then it's basically once you have it cleared, then they move and put it somewhere else. You know what? I could probably move this circle. I betcha. Betcha bottom dollar. Increased raider activity. Hostile bands of raiders have been spotted roaming the outskirts of your land. Be prepared in case they attack the settlement. Predators are attacking. A bear? Homies. Leave my homies alone. This guy in the tower is not doing that good a job. Like, you are shooting that bow and you are landing very few shots. Get out of here. Come on now. Get. Yeah, go race up into that wolf den. Everybody's all donked up from getting attacked by a bear in the middle of the day. Why are you dying of this entry level disease? It's pretty good. I guess because we're still entry level is the real answer. So I'm curious also, like, if I build this, can I then upgrade it to the forester's camp? Town storage, town storage. Trader's inventory. Maybe I should, can I, like, transfer some of these herbs into the trading post? Because I think I could sell them and actually get some money. Sure as heck doesn't seem like you guys are very interested in any of this other stuff. Oh, I'm also looking like it doesn't seem like greens and beans go bad when they're in here, so. Wait, how do I do that? Did I just sell you 40 herbs and get 120 gold? Oh my god. My god. I think we did it. Now, we could buy clothes, but I'm going to tell you, we're not going to. What we're going to do is we're going to sell off all these medicinal herbs for as much money as we can so that we can build things, because this is how you actually get gold in the game. Who would have guessed that the way you get gold is by selling things? Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined such chicanery? That's enough for everything. That's enough for the school. That's enough for the shrine, the plazas. The burn. Up and running. Set grazing area. Well, I guess that's it. Livestock can quickly graze during the high months. Higher fodder bonus means better grazing quality. Yeah, I could have you... I assume them grazing in the fields is probably not good for me, right? Seems like that would mean they eat all my vegetables, but maybe that's not the case. Grains, root vegetables, and or hay. You know, there's only one way to find out the answer to that. Canada, Colorado, same thing. Both start with C. I mean, it's not that far off, probably. Earn 10 knowledge points in a single settlement. Ba 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 ba. Yield from compost production. Better wagons. I feel like our taxes are the big issue right now. Market can upgrade to a market square. Let's get better tax production, and then we can upgrade the market to a market square next. We do have a work camp. I need 30 bricks, 25 wood planks, and 15 iron. Then I'm just going to have them clear this whole area, I guess. Upgrade bonus. Additional workers can replant trees for sustainable logging and increase durability. Okay. So I wasn't incorrect in that. I wouldn't say I was the most accurate either, but... you know what? I'm going to put 4 guys on that job as well, because frankly, that kind of seems like... Yeah, 4 laborers. Currently have like no builders. My beans! I guess let's get rid of that guy, because... we don't really need them. And then some turnips. Turnips kind of suck. What about clover? That improves fertility at least. We'll give that a shot. You I also don't think are needed. So why don't we plant some clover in here? "13 people have arrived at the village. Let's go." That's so many people. Now we also have a mega housing shortage. But we already have 2 houses half built, so it's not going to take long for them to get back up. I need to buy livestock. Oh, yeah. I guess you're right, hey? Moo cows. Moo cows. Goats, chickens, horses. The tusk of the autumn boar. How come I don't see moo cows in here? Doing laundry. Browsing. It was there. I'm just blind. Oh, I guess the other stuff was red. I understand. This stuff was red because it was like, you don't have the building for this. I see moo cows. So I'll ask for premium moo cows. We might even get some chocolate milk ones. Ooh, our shrine is up and running. At the rate things are going. We're going to get some desirability soon. Your people explored a salvage site and managed to procure a ton of valuable goods. A tome of knowledge, preserves, pottery, weapons, bows, shoes, gold, stone, nuts, tools, and linen clothes. Giddy up. Giddy up. That's excellent news. So exploring is definitely super worth doing. If nothing more than to look for salvage sites. I guess you do run the risk of grizzly bears, but isn't that true of most things in life? We're always running the risk of grizzly bears. All right, our houses are up. Our knowledge is up. I want to get this upgraded marketplace. 60 bricks, 300 gold, and 60 wood planks. I guess that was a bit of a waste of time. Fresh water for the new houses. They're doing okay. They got water decently close by. We're about to have the clay pit, and then we'll have the school. The school will give us a huge desirability bump, as will these little, like, plazas. Uh-oh. Look who's back! If it isn't Mr. Grizzly Bear, trying to eat all my peasants. He's just coming into town, having a rumpin' good time. Get out of here. One of these days, my military is going to do something about you. Instead of just filling you with arrows and letting you run away. But today is not that day. You've got the best of me this time, Grizzly Bear. Used item wagon. Driving wagon. No. Oh, yeah. Is that the wagon? Is that just a wheelbarrow? I imagine the wagon has, like, horses, but maybe not. He doesn't really do a lot of jobs. All right, the clay pit is up and running. Let's go. Prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. I want these little tiny plazas done because they will increase our desirability, I think. No. No, in fact, they won't have any effect whatsoever. This flagpole, on the other hand, though, I can't afford to build. Small park? No. Small garden, medium garden, garden trail. Well, this medium garden we could maybe put in. Oh no, the sawmill's on fire. That's definitely not the place you want on fire. See, I didn't leave like any space in between any of my buildings here either. What about this wagon? Can we get rid of this guy? Move building? Storage cart? Oh, yeah! Would you look at that? Let's move him down here. Well, at least we could have a little garden trail. Made out of gold and stone. A little school. It'll all be so nice. I did find a bow. I mean, we had a couple of bows as well. We actually have a Fletcher. We're making bows currently. Like, I have 8 bows in storage. You know, he doesn't make a lot of bows a year. He makes like 3 bows a year. 72 arrows, but, you know. It adds up. Theoretically. One of these days. One of these days, those bows are going to prove useful. We got a shoal of fish. Provide a bonus to fishing yields. Oh, cool. Infinite sand depot. An excavation site. Ruins left behind by forgotten people. Once a temple is constructed, we can get relics and wealth from the past. Cool. God, this game's got a lot to it. An impending blizzard. I'm relapsing onto cheap puns again. Who could have saw that happening? Why not just give the peasants bows? We can give hunters crossbows. I mean, the thing is, I could just make hunters. But I don't even know where they would be hunting. It's a blizzard and a building is on fire. Guys, you got to get it together. This is a mess. All right, I'm going to put that medium garden in there. And then maybe, boy, I don't even know. A couple of small shrubs. Nice, like, 3-piece here. Medium plazas, small gardens, juniper bushes. Why don't we do a low bush? Shrub. A tall bush. We'll do a juniper bush. Give him a little bit of coloring in there. Why not? Farthest. Thank you for following. Welcome to the agency. Where there's a mill, there's a wave. Into the sun with you. What are we working on here? Pottery as well. That'll give us something to trade with. Compost, ratcatcher, guard training, spirituality. Also costs gold. They're so close, man. They're so very close. They are missing a bit of structural integrity. I guess it seems like we're missing a lot of logs still. I think these juniper bushes might be what push us over the edge. We can get those bad boys together. Oof, anything's possible. Desirability shrinks from range. As things get further away, yeah. This guy's at 20%, but he's still pretty rough. Well, we did it. We survived another year. We got another tech point. think we'd probably need to get mines because that would allow us to get iron. You know, we do have some... We do got some access to things like iron up here. Kind of interesting that we don't actually need to be all the way in there. I guess we'll put you like right on the edge of this iron camp. Just for good measure. Roads are so finicky in this game sometimes. And my buildings are always on fire. It's crazy. Gold mine, coal mines as well. But I actually can't use the deep mines for that. I need to get like special deep mines. And there can be a sand pit up here. But something tells me like maybe we go through that iron ore first. You know? Priorities. We're getting it all together. A bit of pottery. A school. The town is starting to feel a little bit more alive. But I think... Why don't we end our first little look at it? At this? Of the 1.0. And maybe we come back to it tomorrow. We'll have to see. Thank you for joining us in the meantime. We'll see you back here soon.